Many beautiful homes built in the late 1800s still stand on tree-lined streets in many American towns. Although these styles are collectively called Victorian, the term more correctly describes the era in which these homes flourished and coincides with the reign of Queen Victoria in England from 1837 to 1901. There are a variety of styles of this era, each with its own distinctive features such as Gothic Revival, Italianate, Stick Style, Second Empire, Queen Anne, and others. These homes were built to impress, and they are still impressive today. In the mid-1800s, paint colors on homes were muted and earthy, owing to their natural pigments, but by the 1880s, synthetic pigments allowed for vivid blues, greens, purples, and yellows. Many Victorian homes exhibit exteriors in colorful palettes, earning the nickname Painted Ladies. It was also common to use multi-hued schemes, celebrating the style's diverse architectural details, such as turn porch spindles and fish scale shingles. Many of these homes were covered in 3 or more colors to embellish or enhance their architectural details. As one newspaper critic noted in 1885, red, yellow, chocolate, orange, everything that is loud is in fashion. A main characteristic of this period was the revival of pastels and the mixing of many characteristics. Homes featured very decorative embellishments and details on both the exteriors and the interiors. The fashion of excess of decorative elements was due to the ability to mass-produce these decorations in the new factories of the time and embellish almost every surface of the structure. The prevailing thought was, more is better. 2 of the most recognizable styles are Queen Anne, which typifies what most people identify as Victorian, and Second Empire, which is distinguished by its unique roofline. Towers, turrets, porches, and varying rooflines help give the Queen Anne style its distinguished appearance. This style lent itself to the excesses of the Victorian age. The largest and most spectacular homes of the era were built in this style. There was never too much for a Queen Anne home to display. The Second Empire, or Mansard, is most notable for its high, steeply pitched roof. Although not always visible from street level, the roofline is comprised of 2 slopes on each side of the roof, with the lower slope punctuated by dormer windows at a steeper angle than the upper. This roof style is named for a French architect of the 17th century, Mansard, who is known for the elaborate roofline on chateaux of that period in France, such as Versailles, shown here. This is Glen Auburn, a Second Empire home built in 1875 in Natchez, Mississippi. It is said to be the state's greatest remaining example of the style. It features a tall, centrally located tower topped by a mansard roofline. The exterior is painted aubergine, or eggplant in color, adhering to the color schemes popular of the time period. A decorative iron railing often encircles the top portion of the mansard roofline. This type of embellishment on Victorian rooflines, porches, balustrades, and railings is called vergeboard, but is often called gingerbread, reminiscent of the decoration found on gingerbread houses and cookies. The Steves home, located in San Antonio, Texas, also shows this decorative railing. The surface of the roof can exhibit curved or geometrically shaped shingles arranged in patterns resembling the scales of a fish, thus earning the name fish scale shingles. Imbrication is the term that describes this overlapping of successive layers of shingles. The corners can also feature decorative elements such as a series of large vertically stacked decorative or structural blocks located at the corners of the buildings. They are called coins or quoins, the French term for angle. These blocks may or may not be rendered in a contrasting color from the rest of the house. The mansard style has long been associated with the terms haunted or horror and have appeared in movies and television. 2 well-known examples are the Psycho house and the Addams Family home. However, most of them have provided the environments in which multiple generations of families have lived and are often today serving as bed and breakfast, providing lodging and stories for today's travelers. You can discover Painted Ladies by starting at the courthouse square of almost any town in America and working your way along the adjacent streets into the neighborhoods near the center of town. There you will most likely find examples of Victorian architecture. At the time these homes were built, people traveled mostly by foot, horseback, or carriage at a much slower pace than we do today in our cars. It is a good idea to park your car and walk along these streets to really see and experience the size, level of detail, and overall effects of these magnificent structures. Enjoy the following examples from various towns across America.